Hello everybody, how y'all feeling today? I'm pretty good as always, actually. So I was playing around in Cetus and trying to unlock one of the Ribbon mods, and I saw the Eidolon Teralysts walking around. So I figured, hey, it's been a long time, I'm gonna go kill that thing. So me and the guys who were in the free roam, we started messing with it, and we did absolutely awful. It turns out I think I was the only person who actually knew what to do. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. It was just a reminder, a good reminder, that in Warframe there's a lot of new players and experienced players sometimes doing the same thing, or in the same area. Now I remember the first time I saw this 70-foot ethereal ghost monster just going for a stroll in the lake. I couldn't help but try and kill it. And that didn't work out well at all, because I didn't know what I was doing. So I figured to myself, well, this is maybe something I should do. I should do a quick little guide, as quick as possible. Show you guys what you have to do to take down the Eidolon Teralysts. Step by step. I'll make it nice and quick. If there's something you don't understand, well, let me know in the comments and I'll elaborate in a different video. Like with the amps. There's a whole different bag of stuff going on with that. Now when you're gonna hunt a Teralyst, or an Eidolon, the best way to do it is to go to Konzu and accept it as a mission. And you can find them in free roam, but when you go into the mission, there's a better chance you're gonna wind up with 3 other players who know what they're doing, or at least have the same objective. So they're not gonna run off and end up doing a mission. One of the first things you gotta decide is whether you're gonna capture or kill it. It's basically the same process. But if you're going to capture it, they got these little balloons. Well, we call them balloons, but they're actually called Eidolon lures. What you need to do is pop the balloon, or give it a shot. And you got to do a quick little code hack. Once that's done, it'll follow you around. There are these little Batman heads. They're called Bombulus. They fly around at nighttime. When you transform into your operator, you can use your amp to destroy them. There are 2 levels of destroying them. The first time when you hit them with your amp, they end up turning into like a ghost version of their bat heads. So they're bat ghost Bombulus. Yeah. Your Eidolon lures will then suck them up and use them as energy. It takes 3 of these little ghost guys to turn your Eidolon lure from the yellow icon you see to a blue icon. Once it's a blue icon, that means it's ready to hold on to the Eidolon Teralysts. Now you only need 2 Eidolon lures, but for this case, considering I'm doing this by myself, it's going to take a little bit longer, so I'm going to grab 3. Your next step now is to go and find the Teralysts. When you press on your big digital pad, or that big huge square button in the middle of your controller, your operator will pop out. You use your amp, or the void blast from your amp, to shoot the Teralyst. This is going to bring down his extra shield, or the purple bar that you see at the very top. Now that one of the invincible stages are done, it's time to pop back into your Warframe and unload as much damage as possible on the kneecaps or arms. You can use your weapons now, which is a good thing. But you gotta kinda have to make sure your weapons are modded for puncture and radiation. The Lenka and Rubico seem to be the weapons of choice, but any high crit damage weapon is a good pick. You can mod any weapon any way you want for this battle. After you and your team blow one of the limbs off the Eidolon, it's going to explode in a fit of damage and radiation. And it's a good idea to do one of 2 things. Either pop back into your operator, go into your invisible or invulnerable state, and wait it out. Or run like hell. But don't run too far, because if you're trying to capture it, you want your Eidolon lures to be close enough to latch on to the part you just destroyed. If you're not trying to capture it and you don't have any lures around, the Teralyst will disappear into the ground, and you and your team will just have to find it and do this 3 more times. Now that you and your team have done this 4 times, the Eidolon's going to do something different. He's going to lie down and go into what I like to call the crying baby phase. I'm not 100% sure what's happening, but it squirms around on the ground and emits small pulses of magnetic damage. At the same time, bombless heads will be flying in to try and heal the Teralysts. You could shoot them, but the Teralyst is going to get up no matter what. But when it gets up, it's not going to have that purple bar, the no invulnerable stage, so you and your team can let loose. You can shoot it in the stomach, in the back, you can shoot it in the face, or I think that's the face. You can shoot it in that little beardy mouse type thing. You have fun with it, but not too much fun, because if you take too long, the bomblists that are around will start to regenerate its shield. At that point, you pop your operator back out, kill all the bombless heads, tear the shield back down, and continue to shoot it in the face. So that's what capturing an Eidolon Teralyst looks like. If you're going to kill it and you don't have any Eidolon lures, it'll just make the same horrible noise and fall down. Capturing it is obviously better than killing it because you get so much more rewards. There's some secret ones, or the arcanes, that you will see once you finish the mission. But you got to remember, when you're doing this, you got to kill the Eidolon Teralysts before the 1 night cycle is done. If the sun comes up, the Teralysts will run away, go into the lake and disappear, and all your hard work will be lost. Now you got 45 minutes for a night cycle, so you got plenty of time. Oh, speaking of time, it's about time. So I hope this helped. You guys can let me know what you're thinking in the comment section. You know how it works. You subscribe, like, or don't. And as always, just keep gaming.